Welcome to Crit Fail. I am Ghost, and today we are taking a look at the excellent Carbon Grey RPG, which is written by Andrew E.C. Gaska. It is now available in an amazing box set, and even more amazing is it's the first RPG from Magnetic Press. The game is based on a comic series which is available as a hardback omnibus, which you see here. The book is pretty cool. It comes in the hardback edition with rounded corners for the cover. It's a very nice design, and having everything collected in one book is something I always appreciate. The comic is an ideal place to start for the RPG. It opens onto images of the main characters and is a nice overview. The cards in the RPG are the same style. It also has a very cool cloth bookmark. It starts the story where it all began. It's a comic within a comic. This page talks about the history and politics, and I love the cartoon, which is just like they used to be during the First World War. The opening spread shows a key element. Time is not what it seems, and the guns are far more modern. The sniper rifle too. The art is amazing, and it does a great job of showing the world. This is perhaps my favourite image. Her look, the perspective, it's a very striking panel. One image that stands out is this one, and what it relates to. I found the comic to be very memorable. The RPG and comic share the vast colour palettes. A lot of comics follow a limited set of colours, which the comic is built around. Carbon Grey uses a big mix, and yet it seems to work for it. This book is very recommended. The box set is heavy and jam-packed with stuff. It is also very well packaged. Not something that always happens. The Deluxe Tabletop Edition is a very fitting name. First up is the Modular Maps. These can be used for trenches and are a very clever idea. It's something a lot of games overlook. They are made of nice stock and have several options and are double-sided. There are quite a few characters and troop counters, and they also function as kill markers, which is a cool idea. The gear, location and environment counters like the gas here is also a very nice feature. Artillery, bunkers, etc. The map is double-sided, the world is on one side and no man's land on the other. Now we hit the layer of fun. The dice, the cards, and the minis. So many minis. Happy painting. Here is that packaging. Everything secured and protected under the plastic cover. Dice in a bag, and the cards sealed. The dice are standard poly, but the design and colouring is cool. A lot of games give you dull looking dice, not here. The cards, and there are a lot of them, are made of a nice stock, The art is great and covers a large variety of NPCs. On the back of each one has information that relates. I have found cards a lot more useful than I thought they would be, and I am pleased now anytime a game includes them. The second set covers gear and vehicles, with the stats on the back. It's nice to have so many minis included. Now these are not show minis, but that isn't their function. They are for use as game minis, and for that role they do the job very well. They have very nice detail and are importantly very sturdy. They are designed to be used and they won't break from gaming use. They are all single piece minis except for the walker, which is 2 pieces, and the cleanup on all the ones here is minimal. If this is the first time Magnetic Press has done miniatures, they have done very well indeed. There is a nice mix of minis included in the box. Mitta Europa Purge Troopers, several character minis, one of the big bad guys, though some feel he is ruthless but somewhat misunderstood, a courtier spy, enemy trench troopers Marshall, Mathilde and Giselle, the Fenris Wolf, Nasty Beasties, and the Walker. There is not a lot of flash to remove, and really it's just some mould lines here and there. The walker fits without glue, but not a bad idea to use it. Overall, I'm very impressed with the amount and variety included. Under the minis is the heart of it all, the core book, which is held in place by corner guards. This is such a nice addition. They stop the book bouncing around and getting damaged. It's nice to see these details that sometimes get overlooked by companies. Lastly is the GM screen, which has many useful game mechanics on the inside and beautiful artwork on the outside. The core book follows a similar aesthetic to the graphic novel and complements it very well. This is the map you get in the box. And yes, that is the West End Games logo, as Carbon Grey uses a variation of the D6 system famous to the Star Wars RPG. The text is easy to read and I like the layout. It's a colourful book, and not just because of the great art, yet all the colours do seem to work well together. There are a lot of character options and information held within. It's a core book. Character creation, gear, lore, NPCs, rules are all going to be found within its pages. I am very impressed with the whole package, but there are some things that would be helpful. It was commented to us from a viewer that not having the price of gear in the table did cause some extra searching. I suspect this is to do with space and layout, but I can appreciate the point that was being made. Considering this is the first game they have done, it's punching well above its weight. It's beautiful, it's very different. It can appeal to military gamers but also those who enjoy mystic and the unexplained. It even has some horror themes. When it can feel like so much is just trying to appeal to one type of game these days, to have something as unique as this is great to see. This box set is the perfect way to jump into the game, and there is more on the way. A key thing for Crit Fail is that a game is supported, and Carbon Grey is. Very recommended.